The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 182 pounds, Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali, one of the most exciting superstars in all of the WWE. Former Chicago police officer turned WWE superstar.
A very motivated young superstar. He says he treats every match like it's a fight for his life.
And his opponent from Melbourne, Australia, weighing in at 205 pounds, Buddy Murphy.
Guys, we're getting the night started with an amazing matchup here.
You're absolutely right, Cole. In fact, I don't think there's a better way to start this night than with this match right here.
Hits his chin.
And there's the bell. And here we go. This is the type of battle that you can show someone who's new to our brand of entertainment and say, this is what WWE's all about.
And it looks to me like this entire arena is on its feet, and understandably so.
Wow. Combination. You just don't know what's coming next. Guys, these superstars really do appear to be in peak physical condition here tonight, which isn't surprising considering what's on the line here in this championship match. With such authority.
Not looking good for the champ here. He's still got plenty of gas left in his tank, though.
A leverage pin here.
Hey, it's only cheating if you get caught.
And the kick out by Ali.
Tried for it early.
He's got the shoulders down.
I gotta agree with you, Michael. These superstars are in tremendous shape, and from what I understand, the champ has been hitting the gym twice daily in preparation for tonight.
I heard the same thing, Saxton. Once in the morning, then again at night after the show, which makes me wonder when the champ actually sleeps, if at all.
Bringing it back into the ring. Draped on the apron, and he lands a savage elbow.
The rankings are out, guys, and this superstar has to be happy about what the polls revealed this week.
Oh, watch out!
Oh boy, he is rolling. Going for the big one.
He hits him with a face buster.
I'm not sure how much he has left.
Well, many are clearly happy with this week's power rankings, as Byron was saying. He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
No, he lets him out.
Yeah, I think he knew he wasn't going to get the submission there.
Nice calf kick, great elevation.
And just like that, this move is leading the charge.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Looks like he's got it applied perfectly.
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary.
And no luck against Ali there.
Good try.
Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason. I can tell you bad things happen when you do that. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Skip versus Barry Horowitz from 1995.
I remember that like it was yesterday, Cole. Instead of putting Horowitz away, Skip thought it would be a good idea to do some mid-ring push-ups. And as you were saying, the decision ultimately came back to haunt it.
He gets it with a reversal. A big fight field inside this arena here tonight for this huge championship match. And so far, I'd say these competitors have brought their A games.
A running Hurricane Rana.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
He's in trouble.
He'd be smart to stay put there. You're absolutely right, Michael. This arena is electric right now. And I think part of it is their desire to be part of history. I think they're all anticipating a title change here tonight.
Cool your jets, Saxton. Let's not go crowning a new...
I think this is the beginning of the end.
What an amazing display of power.
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, it didn't look any less brutal the second time around.
Samoa drop! That's what he was looking for, Michael.
Let me tell you, we got to cover. Seems to me, guys, like we're just moments away from seeing the finisher, which could obviously put this match on ice. Well, that was a close call.
Mustafa Ali still has some more high flying to do, apparently.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. Look at this.
He's going for the pin. And he got a near fall out of it.
How'd he do that? The finisher could absolutely end this match, Michael, as you were saying, but it's not a guarantee. Sometimes it takes 2 or even 3 to get the job done, and even then, it's not a sure bet. A la Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 7.
That's my favorite match.
The shoulders are down. And the champ kicks out.
Amazing.
He's too quick for him there.
Guys, it's almost as if this superstar has been walking on air ever since the latest rankings came out. I don't think I've ever seen...
Ali is looking to end this.
He's got to do it quick.
Perhaps looking to end it with that schoolboy.
Over and over and over. We're seeing the same move being used.
Up across the shoulders.
Sidewalks. Nothing wrong with being excited about your spot in the weekly rankings, Byron. Now let's see if the momentum can continue here tonight.
I don't know what everybody's so happy about. It's clearly a glitch in the system or a misprint or something. I mean, there's no way this super...
Big move coming. Wait.
Did you hear that? What impact?
Don't be surprised if we crown a new champ here. New champion. We just witnessed what many felt was impossible.
Corey, I think that may be the biggest win of that young man's career.
Hard not to agree with you, Cole. It was an incredible victory.
Yeah, I mean, a hard-fought matchup. And that's a great show of respect. Tremendous sportsmanship. Gotta love it.
that one time at WrestleMania where they lost the tag team titles to Braun Strowman and a kid named Nicholas? You remember that?
How dare you bring that up, Saxton?
I thought it was funny, Byron.
That's ridiculous.
Thanks, Michael.
There was nothing entertaining about that. It was a travesty. Sheamus and Cesaro didn't know how to handle that.
Well, at least they've rebounded from it ever since.
No shortage of confidence, and why should there be? They don't just set the bar, they are the bar.
It's devastation time! Frightening! Unnerving. A couple of bad dudes.
And their opponents, accompanied by Drake Maverick, and at a combined weight of 620 pounds, the Raw Tag Team Champions, Razor and Akam, the Authors of Pain.
The Authors of Pain.
Akam and Razor have no issue obliterating anything or anyone.
Or obliterating anything or anyone.
That's what I'm
Akam
saying.
and Razor, two behemoths that possess terrifying speed, shocking agility, and have a big-time future in the WWE.
The Cesaro section is out in full force with a Swiss cyborg tonight.
Tag team action in full effect, guys, and these superstars are about to show all you folks what it's all about.
Cesaro has to be considered one of the pound-for-pound strongest competitors in WWE.
And speaking of pound, he's got the strongest uppercuts ever seen in a WWE ring.
Headbutt.
Nothing fancy there.
Look at this. He's going back to an old friend with that one. Cesaro not looking so great right now. Don't be surprised if he shrugs it off and comes back more motivated than ever.
It might be time for him to recharge that battery. All he has to do is get to his corner and make the tag.
I'm not going to go so far as to say he can't win this match, but things certainly aren't looking good for him right now.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
Night's not even over yet, guys, and I'm already seeing fans on social media saying that this is the WWE pay-per-view of the year. And you know what? I think I agree.
Byron, while Corey's on his phone checking his social media feed, how about you and I finish calling the action here? This has been a heck of a match so far. Wouldn't you agree?
It really has, Michael. And like those on social media are apparently saying, this might just be the most exciting WWE pay-per-view of the calendar year.
Oh, he's looking to keep him grounded here.
We may very well be seeing the finisher here very shortly, guys, and when that happens, you can bet this one's gonna be over.
And now he goes for it a second time.
Looking a little out of it, up on that turnbuckle.
Oh, this could very well be the beginning of the end.
I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon, and given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
All right, Michael, it seems like that finisher has become more and more impactful with each passing week, if that's even possible.
Reversal. Cesaro showing his prowess.
Oh, and the ref gets taken out.
What's he made a great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, what a splash!
Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The object is to win the match, isn't it? Come on, let's go.
Here's Akam.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. Impact.
Here's Razor. He's got him covered. His shoulders are down. As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go for it and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been waiting for.
No surprise that the sold-out signs went up early on this one, guys. Anytime a WWE pay-per-view rolls into town, you can bet it will be the hottest ticket around.
He slams him down with authority.
We may have discovered his favorite move. Now that's going for a ride.
Corey mentioned earlier that the sold-out signs went up fairly quickly for this one. Or as WWE Hall of Famer Gorilla Monsoon might have said, the SRO signs went out early for this one.
Oh man, I don't know if there was an announce pairing more entertaining than Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan. True legends.
When this guy's on, look out.
Oh, that kind of hit brings back bad memories. And that's how a superstar takes advantage of their ring position.
Such a high ring IQ.
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
It's way too early.
This really has been an amazing pay-per-view up to this point, which really shouldn't surprise anybody, especially given how stacked the card is.
The excitement level is incredibly high, as Corey was saying, and it's been that way since well before the doors even opened. Earlier this afternoon, WWE.com cameras caught the scene as thousands of fans were outside the arena just waiting to get inside.
That really,
Oh, and he makes the tag.
that was a game changer right there, Michael.
Attacking the jaw here. He's got his eyes set on his chest.
He's starting to feel it here. We all know, though, this guy has plenty of fight left in him.
It looks to me like his partner's itching to get in there, and now might be a good time to give him what he wants.
Gets out of the way of that one. Perhaps looking to end it with that schoolboy.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Here we are, guys, more than 3 decades after the WWE helped revolutionize pay-per-view television, and we're still going strong. Only now, unlike back then, the best way to catch a WWE pay-per-view is on the WWE Network.
He's in a little bit of trouble now. His hopes of winning this tag team match are starting to dwindle.
If I'm his partner, I'm furious right now. There's no reason why he shouldn't have made a tag by now.
I'd have to agree with you, Michael. The best place to watch pay-per-views is on the WWE Network, which, as you know, also features thousands of hours of programming, including one of my personal favorites, Legends House. Hey, you know what? They should do a reality show with us. That would be great.
Sitting next to you each week is more than enough, Saxton. There's not enough money on the planet Earth to get me to live in a house with you. Forget it.
Watching this match, I can't help but think how much pay-per-views have grown over the years.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Unleashing it for the second time now.
What you were saying before, Byron, was spot on. WWE pay-per-views today really take over the entire city, and people travel from all over the world just to say they were a part of a WWE.
Here's Razor. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Impact.
I'm not sure how much he has left.
He goes for the cover. There goes the ref.
Oh no, this is not good, guys. Looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher, get the win, and get out of there.
Comes in off the tag.
These competitors are walking on dangerous ground right now.
Look at that tremendous ring presence.
Very impressive.
Anytime a superstar sees an opening for their finisher, they got to take it, as Byron was saying. Elongating.
Here's Razor. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Impact. Here's Akam.
Look at this.
And we have our winners.
Let's take another look at what made that matchup so memorable.
I could watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch. Hope everybody at home set those DVRs, because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.
Here are your winners, Razor and Akam, the authors of pain.
Nice teamwork by these two here tonight.
If that's the type of action we're going to get all night long, I can't wait to see the rest of the card unfold.
You're watching WWE live from Los Angeles, and boy, is this crowd fired up.
Making his way to the ring at a combined weight of 472 pounds, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre.
It's time for our first match of the night, guys, and it looks like we have quite the contest coming up.
And good luck to those who have to follow this one. You're going to need it.
Batten down the hatches. Here comes the monster among men.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
The earth is trembling with each step. Strowman's an absolute force of nature. Terrifyingly powerful.
Hey, Michael, remember that time he threw you around?
Yeah, Byron, because I'm a man and I stand up for myself. I don't run away and hide in the locker room like a little girl. I remember. Welcome to Balor Club.
Making his way to the ring from Brighton, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor!
The future is bright for the Irishman, Finn Balor. A bona fide superstar the world over, Finn Balor seems to get better, faster, stronger, and more dangerous every single week in WWE.
You can just feel the widespread respect that the WWE...
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
And residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz!
Go ahead, Corey, tell us all about The Miz. The Miz is the man who single-handedly turned SmackDown from the B show to the show. A star of stage, screen, reality television. Is there anything The Miz hasn't done?
Did the Miz pay you to say all that, Corey?
Absolutely not, Byron Saxton. I happen to be a hopeful for consideration for a Mizzy this year.
Really?
That's right.
Mizzy? Oh, come on. That would be awesome, Corey. That would be ridiculous. Where would you put it?
On my mantle with my most prized possessions.
Are you encouraging him, Michael? I would love to have him in there. The legendary Rey Mysterio!
And from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio!
Arguably one of the most inspirational superstars we've ever seen accomplish everything.
excitement level just went through the roof in this arena. One half of Team Extreme. The charismatic enigma about to grace the WWE Universe with his presence.
And from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy.
A true daredevil in every sense of the word, Jeff Hardy is immune to fear.
Synonymous with tag team title reigns, a former United States champion, former World Heavyweight champion. And what's amazing to think about, guys, is that the career of Jeff Hardy started at just the young age of 16.
Is gonna be good.
And from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe.
One of the baddest dudes to ever play the game. The first two-time NXT champion. A world-traveled, world-class competitor. One of the most well-rounded athletes sports entertainment's ever encountered.
Yeah, the scenery may have changed in Samoa Joe's career, but the attitude is still the same. Samoa Joe does what he wants, when he wants.
A very dangerous man.
The Miz had many rivals vie for the Intercontinental Championship, but the most persistent one has been fellow Cleveland native Dolph Ziggler.
A big reason the Intercontinental title regained so much of its prestige is due to the wars that Miz and Ziggler had over the title in 2014 and again in 2016.
We were discussing Miz and Ziggler's Intercontinental Championship rivalry, and the Miz really started the bitterness when he hit outside the ring and sneakily eliminated Ziggler to win the title in a battle royal.
He got so bitter that Dolph Ziggler put his career on the line in a show-stealing match at No Mercy 2016. You know that anytime Miz has that title on his shoulder, he's looking over to the other to make sure the show-off isn't nearby.
Guys, there's something special about competing on a WWE pay-per-view event. Sure, having a match on Raw or SmackDown is absolutely amazing, but there's nothing quite like the bright lights of a WWE pay-per-view.
Diving into his bag of acrobatic tricks. He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
I'd agree with your earlier point, Michael. There's nothing like the bright lights of a WWE pay-per-view. But there's also nothing like the pressure of competing on a WWE pay-per-view. A loss here could set you back quite a bit.
Yeah, but a win, now that could be career-changing. Think about it. Picking up a win while the entire WWE Universe is watching on the WWE Network, it doesn't get much better than that.
And now Drew McIntyre heads up. He paid for that one.
Oh, man, big time. I gotta say, I don't remember the last time I heard a more passionate crowd than the one we have here tonight. They are clearly fired up to have this pay-per-view in their arena.
In addition to this crowd being incredibly passionate here tonight, so are our fans watching at home. In fact, it's because of them I've learned that this match is currently the #1 trend worldwide on social media.
That's pretty amazing, Cole. Just goes to show that WWE truly is a global phenomenon.
mean, this pay-per-view here has to be a thrill for these fans. I can tell you that when Backlash came to Washington, D.C. in 2000, which wasn't all that far from me at the time, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing somebody talking about WWE coming to town.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
This might be it, guys. Samoa Joe is getting overwhelmed.
And that Backlash 2000 card that Byron brought up earlier might have been the...
And he really got some hang time with that one.
His shoulders are down. And he got a near fall out of it.
He's showing the heart of a warrior here tonight.
We've got a cover. And the count's broken, keeping the match alive.
It's not over yet.
Looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher, get the win, and get out of there.
And now he goes for it a second time.
Anytime a superstar sees an opening for their finisher, they got to take it, as Byron was saying. Elongating the match not only gives your opponent an opportunity to get back in it, but you're also running the risk of injury anytime you're in the ring longer than you have to be.
Yeah, but sometimes you just enjoy beating somebody up, especially if you're in the ring with somebody like Saxton.
He's so close to make... There it is. The tag has been made.
Oh, he needed that in the worst way, Michael.
That strike hit the spot. There's no way he could have avoided that blow.
The Miz looking a little bit shaken.
He's going to need to find a way to fire back.
Guys, we've come a long way since the first ever WWE pay-per-view, which was actually the Wrestling Classic in November of 1985. I know a lot of people usually point to WrestleMania 1 as the first WWE pay-per-view, but that was actually broadcast over closed-circuit TV, not pay-per-view.
That could break a nose. Byron digging into his encyclopedic mind earlier to pull out that amazing fact about the first WWE pay-per-view, as he said.
Looking to lock it in here. Whoa, he gets out of it.
He's at another level right now, Michael.
He's left wide open here.
I don't think he even realizes it. He looks dazed.
This is about to get bad.
Years later, I still get goosebumps when I watch a WWE pay-per-view. It takes me back to when I was a kid. My friends would come over to watch WrestleMania or SummerSlam.
Running body press.
He's always had the ability to take it up a notch.
Oh my gosh, from what heights?
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys.
He goes for the cover. Looking around this arena tonight, there appear to be plenty of youngsters in attendance who will undoubtedly look back at this night with great fondness, much like Byron did when he watched WWE. Rey Mysterio looking for something big. There it is. Rey Mysterio just put the exclamation point on this match.
Can he finish the job?
Seems to be, guys, like we're just... moments away from seeing the finisher, which could obviously put this match on ice. On the shoulders here.
It'd be a long way down from there.
Driven down. There's the chop.
Getting tossed like that is as close as you can get to becoming a human projectile.
The finisher could absolutely end this match, Michael, as you were saying, but it's not a guarantee. Sometimes it takes 2 or even 3 to get the job done, and even then, it's not a sure bet. A la Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 7.
That's my favorite match of all time. Randy Savage landed an amazing 5 top rope elbow drops, but was still unable to put Warrior away. And you know what? He probably could have hit him with 5 more. There was just no stopping the Warrior on that one. Let's call it like it is, guys. It doesn't get much bigger than this. A featured match on a major WWE pay-per-view. This is huge for these superstars.
And another reversal.
Seems like we're back where we began, Michael.
He's not looking good here. Looks to me like he's starting to feel the pressure, guys.
This match certainly isn't trending in the right direction.
And he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
Corey noted earlier just how big this is for these superstars. This is why they choose to get into this business. This is why they spend those countless hours training a match on the big stage.
And you can bet all the WWE hopefuls training in the Performance Center are watching this pay-per-view tonight, hoping it'll be them competing on a WWE pay-per-view in the very near future. At the risk of sounding like a fanboy, guys, I couldn't be more excited about this pay-per-view. I mean, from top to bottom, we have one exciting match after another.
Goes down hard.
He's always had the ability to take it up a notch.
Strowman. This is not going to be good at all.
Oh, Braun Strowman slamming into the mat.
Got every ounce of that one. This could be over.
That is... It's exactly what Braun Strowman needed.
You're absolutely right, Byron. This is without a doubt one of the most
Hellacious power slam.
He's got the shoulders down. That could have been it right there.
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary.
Finn Balor tags in.
And Rey Mysterio says, not this time. Oh boy, he is rolling.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason. I can tell you, bad things happen when you do that. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Skip versus Barry Horowitz from 1995.
I remember that like it was yesterday, Cole. Instead of putting Horowitz away, Skip thought it would be a good idea to do some mid-ring push-ups. And as you were saying,
Rey Mysterio looking for something big. There it is. Rey Mysterio just put the exclamation point on this match.
wow, what a gritty performance.
There it is. Rey Mysterio just put the exclamation point on this match.
This is his opportunity to win this thing.
That undoubtedly caused some serious internal injuries.
Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The object is to win the match, isn't it? Come on, let's go.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you're really going to wait for the exact right
Look at this. This could do it. 1, 2, 3.
Has been eliminated.
display with that takedown.
We may very well be seeing the finisher here very shortly, guys, and when that happens, you can bet this one's gonna be over.
Ziggler is unstoppable when he's feeling it like this.
Look at Dolph
Ziggler with the famouser. That should do it.
and he hits a vicious neck breaker.
And Rey Mysterio says, not this time.
I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon, and given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
You're right, Michael. It seems like that finisher has become more and more impactful with each passing week, if that's even possible.
Oh, what a snapmare.
Oh, perfectly executed.
Here's Dolph Ziggler in position now. Dolph Ziggler's going.
There it is! The zigzag! This one,
Dolph Ziggler gets the cover.
looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher, get the win, and get out of there. And Rey Mysterio says, not this time.
Anytime a superstar sees an opening for their finisher, they got to take it, as Byron was saying. Elongating the match not only gives your opponent an opportunity to get back in it, but you're also running the risk of injury anytime you're in the ring longer than you have to be.
Yeah, but sometimes you just enjoy beating somebody up, especially if you're in the ring with somebody like Saxton.
Oh, taken out with a power bomb.
Dolph Ziggler is being outworked here tonight. Where do you think he should go from here? This match is definitely testing his mettle, guys.
He breaks it. I can't believe it.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm with you, Cole. So unbelievable that he broke out of that.
By a clothesline. Takes him down hard.
You got to love that kind of aggression. If you ask me, guys, this match alone is worth the price of this month's WWE Network subscription. Of course, there's other great matches on this pay-per-view card, but for my money, it doesn't get any better than this.
Joe is in position.
Oh, I think this man means business.
You simply can never count out Samoa Joe.
One move after the other. It's devastating.
You simply can never count out Samoa Joe.
This is exactly what Joe was waiting for. I think a lot of people share Corey's earlier. McIntyre looking to end this.
Oh, man, that was nasty.
Inching closer to, and he tags his partner in.
Momentum has certainly shifted here. Michael.
The clothesline finds the mark. He gets him with a reversal.
There's been a lot of great moments on pay-per-view over the years. And for me, one of my favorites was watching Kurt Angle's debut match at the 1999 Survivor Series. All my buddies and I gathered around the TV cheering on our hometown boy, Kurt Angle.
Oh, boy, he is rolling. He's created his own opportunities to fly high here tonight.
Things are looking bleak for Dolph Ziggler here.
He's absolutely running on fumes right now.
And things look bleak right now. Back to Kurt Angle's WWE debut. We should note that he defeated Shawn Stasiak that night using his patented angle slam, and from there, the rest is history.
Speaking of history, longtime WWE fans may remember Shawn Stasiak's father.
Jeff Hardy's not going to finish this, and Jeff Hardy makes him pay in the worst way.
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
Now, Jeff Hardy needs to capitalize on this opportunity.
One-ton bomb! Here's a cover. He breaks the pin.
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary.
Got the shoulders down. What is keeping this competitor going? Wow. Oh, to the back of the neck. There's the inside. He's got him covered. Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason. I can tell you, bad things happen when you do that. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Skip versus Barry Horowitz from 1995.
I remember that like it was yesterday, Cole. Instead of putting Horowitz away, Skip thought it would be a good idea to do some mid-ring push-ups. As you were saying, the decision ultimately came back to haunt him.
Jeff Hardy's going for it. Twist of fate.
This one's over, guys.
We may very well be seeing the finish.
Jeff Hardy's not going to finish this. One-ton bomb. Looking for all the glory here. Snapmare. Here's the cover.
Too close for cover.
Not yet. I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon, and given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
You're right, Michael. It seems like that finisher has become more and more impactful with each passing week, but that's even possible.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring. They switch here to Braun Strowman.
The spotlight's definitely on these superstars here tonight. Anytime you have the opportunity to compete on a pay-per-view, you can bet the whole. Quick cover by Jeff Hardy.
Going for an encore here. Look at this. He's going back to an old friend with that one.
As Michael was saying earlier, the entire WWE Universe is undoubtedly watching this match. And while I've never competed on a WWE pay-per-view, I would have to think that it's pretty nerve-wracking.
Just the fact that they let you commentate on a WWE pay-per-view is enough, Saxton. I can't imagine actually having to see you compete in the ring.
He's going for it all. I don't recall the last time I saw him tossed around like that.
Well, that's one way to surprise an opponent.
If you ask me, guys, this match alone is worth the price of this month's WWE Network subscription. Of course, there's other great matches on this pay-per-view card, but for my money, it doesn't get any better than this.
And he's heading back in.
Shoulder tackle does the job. I think a lot of people share Corey's earlier sentiment. This match is undoubtedly one of the highlights of this pay-per-view. Oh, and he makes the tag.
That was a game changer right there, Michael. And Ziggler gets out of the way quickly.
Lightning speed from both.
Bad move there.
I don't know what made him think that was a good idea.
And Ziggler gets out of the way quickly.
Lightning speed from Dolph. Seems to me, guys, like we're just moments away from seeing the finisher, which could obviously put this match on ice.
Taking it to the chest here.
That's how you wear down your opponent. And here's Samoa Joe speaking his mind. The finisher could absolutely end this match, Michael, as you were saying, but it's not a guarantee. Sometimes it takes 2 or even 3 to get the job done, and even then, it's not a sure bet. A la Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 7.
It's my favorite match of all time. Randy Savage landed an amazing 5 top rope elbow drop, but was still unable to put Warrior away.
McIntyre. Oh, and the headbutt.
That has got to be it.
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights. Just go for the
Claymore! It's going to be over. That's how you...
Drew McIntyre going for an early pin. And there's his speed paying off. kicked out. Unbelievable.
I am in shock. What's it gonna take to keep this guy down?
There's the big boot.
Looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher, get the win, and get out of there.
Full Nelson, dragon suplex.
Joe is rolling, and he doesn't have an answer for him.
A knee drop.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Joe is in position. He's showing absolutely no pity now, guys.
You simply can never count out Samoa Joe. You're gonna want to see your internist after a slam like that.
No, he breaks out of it.
But does he have enough energy left to get back on the offensive?
Wow, he just slammed him with ease. Seems to me, guys, like we're just moments away from seeing the finisher, which could obviously put this match on ice. Oh, face first.
Good night.
His partner wants back in this match, guys.
He looks rested and ready to go to me.
Joe is in position.
Clinching down on the neck now.
You simply can never count out Samoa Joe. This is exactly what Joe was waiting for.
His drop kick finds the mark. Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
Watching this match, I can't help but think how much pay-per-views have grown over the years. I mean, remember the ones back in the 1980s, which were great?
Here's Samoa Joe.
Paying extra attention to the neck now.
That might just be the final nail in the coffin.
And he fights his way free.
He's got to be working on instinct right now, Cole.
Tagged in.
Jeff Hardy was able to get out of the way there.
Looking for the quick cover is Jeff Hardy. He gets the shoulder up in time.
Just needs to do more damage.
DDT!
Braun Strowman is going to have to revise his game plan because right now, the one he's using.
One-ton bomb!
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
You're not going to win many matches that easily.
Can you believe this?
He caught him slipping. Oh, and he reverses it.
He's always had the ability to take it up a notch.
Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose. He lands a jarring forearm.
Whoa, Strowman dodged that one.
If an opponent exhibits a weakness for a specific move, some will return to utilizing that move as long as possible.
And now it's Jeff Hardy getting pushed to the limit.
This may very well be one of his toughest challenges in a very long time. A minor miracle might be needed to overcome this beating.
Oh, you cannot take your eyes off him for a second.
Really?
Brought in the hard way.
And And here's the monster of a man, Corey. Look at the
Hellacious power slam.
What a comeback.
Jeff Hardy just barely getting out of the way.
So quick.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
Strowman is feeling it right here.
He's trying to mangle his face here.
Oh, watch out.
Going for the double play with this move. He clearly has confidence in that move.
He's in control. Wow, what a sequence.
Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Right in the jaw.
Oh, what a shot.
At this point, you think he'd have that move well scouted.
That's how you wear down your opponent.
And another one. Joe is in position. Look at this.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Well, man, he's going off here. I don't know if this is by design or if he just lost his mind. He wants no part of the outside. A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. Look at this.
Samoa Joe is looking to end this thing. Here's Samoa Joe.
He's really going after the neck tonight.
That should do it. Beautiful strategy. You stop the blood flow to the brain, you go to sleep. It's that
Braun
simple.
Strowman has been eliminated.
Yes! Takes it! Now let's take a look back at some of the great action.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history.
Here are your winners, The Miz, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, and Samoa Joe.
And that's the win to start off the night.
Yeah, the performance put forth in that match tells me we're looking at somebody who will someday, very soon, be competing in the main event.
Plenty more action still to come here tonight, folks.
They're on their feet! For Mickey!
Making his way to the ring from Richmond, Virginia, Mickey James.
A six-time champion. Think about everything this woman has accomplished in her career, and then talk about her all-time great rivalries with 3 Hall of Famers, Trish Stratus, Lita, and Beth Phoenix.
Well, Mickey's got a list of of great matches a mile long, but let's talk about her 6th Women's Championship. Nikki has an opportunity tonight to make a little bit more history.
The irresistible force.
Making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
One of the most dominant women in WWE history.
Physically unparalleled in the women's division, Nia Jax has imposed her will on everyone that stepped in the ring as opposition.
An incredible pedigree for success for Nia Jax.
Women's division, I hope you're ready for a fight.
Tamina is a scary woman.
Making his way to the ring from Pacific Islands, Tamina.
That is a scary human being.
Ready for some mayhem? Ready for some havoc?
I'm not quite sure, actually.
Making his way to the ring from Lafayette, Indiana, Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott's made it her personal mission to make life miserable for everyone born entitled, everyone handed anything.
As tough as they come, rebels against the norm.
If you don't like what Ruby Riott's about, she doesn't care. Behold the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka!
And from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
She is hypnotic, she is mesmerizing, she is as dangerous as the day is long.
You are looking at a woman who single-handedly managed to change the entire complexion of the Raw Women's Division.
An undefeated run in NXT. NXT Women's Champion, a title she relinquished willingly to head to Monday Night Raw. One of the most dominant female super...
Hey, Michael, Corey.
What?
It's glow time!
I'm surprised you enjoyed this much, Saxton, seeing as how you're afraid of the dark.
And from Orlando, Florida, Naomi.
Glow's like having a night light, so it's okay. Naomi's one of the most respected superstars in all of the women's division. One of the most athletic superstars in the history of WWE.
A former pro basketball cheerleader, professional dancer, Naomi can do it all from bell to bell.
And one of the most fun and exciting entrances in all of WWE.
How can you not bob your head, Corey, when Naomi comes out? How can you not get lost in the moment? Go ahead, Naomi, get it, girl!
Unbiased broadcaster, Saxton.
Or just a grump.
Byron, time to put your hair up and square up. Oh, you don't have any hair, but you get the point.
And from Chemung, New Jersey, Sonya Deville.
Every time you see Sonya Deville step in the ring, she improves a little bit more. She's a little bit faster, a little bit tougher. The sky is the limit for this lady.
Sonya Deville, she's made history. Milestone. She competed in the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, Elimination Chamber match, even the WrestleMania win.
Oh my God.
I'm down.
And from Yorktown Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
Why does the screen always get so blurry when Mandy Rose comes out here?
Because it's like a dream come true, Saxton. Don't talk. Just open your eyes and enjoy.
I can't, they're watery.
As Corey calls her the Golden Goddess. Corey, you've gone radio silent.
I'm just enjoying the moment, Cole. I suggest you do the same. If Mandy Rose told me that up was down and down was up, I'd at least do some research on it.
The drop kick hits the target.
Hooked up, and
amazing combination. Simply dissecting the arm.
up in the fireman's carry.
And she's driven to the mat hard. She goes for the cover. No, a kick out.
What a kick out.
And there's an extremely destructive strike. And once again, we see a return to the specific maneuver. Hey, whatever works.
Headbutt. Nothing fancy there. Looking to lock it in here.
Years later, I still get goosebumps when I watch a WWE pay-per-view. It takes me back to when I was...
And she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it, but that was impressive.
Tell you, the face taking some serious damage here.
Looking around this arena tonight, there appear to be plenty of youngsters in it.
Oh, and she makes the tag.
And not a moment too soon, Michael.
She clearly liked the results from the first time she delivered that move.
Let's call it like it is, guys. It doesn't get much bigger than this. A featured match on a major WWE pay-per-view. This is huge for these superstars.
Twice as nice.
Corey noted earlier just how big this is for these superstars. This is why they choose to get into this business. This is why they spend those countless hours training a match on the big stage.
And you can bet all the WWE hopefuls training in the Performance Center are watching this pay-per-view tonight, hoping it'll be them competing on a WWE pay-per-view in the very near future.
Drop kick delivered with precision.
Naomi may get this, folks.
Split leg moonsault. She's in the driver's seat now.
She lands the leg drop.
Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The object is to win the match, isn't it?
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael. Well, you can't fight if you can't breathe.
She works her way out of the hold.
And I don't know how. That was locked in pretty good.
As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go for it and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been waiting for.
Naomi in trouble now.
Here's what we're going to see what she's made of.
These women are so evenly matched at this point.
Come on!
By any means necessary, Cole.
And Naomi pops the shoulder up. Too early in the match to end it.
The night's not even over yet, guys, and I'm already seeing fans on social media saying that this is the WWE pay-per-view of the year. And you know what? I think I agree.
She got her good there. Byron, while Corey's on his phone checking his social media feed, how about you and I finish calling the action here? This has been a heck of a match so far. Wouldn't you agree?
It really has, Michael, and like those on social media are apparently saying, this might just be the most exciting WWE pay-per-view of the calendar year. At the risk of sounding like a fanboy, guys, I couldn't be more excited about this pay-per-view. I mean, from top to bottom, we have one exciting match after another.
Here we go. Look out. There's the tag.
And that changes the entire outlook for these women, Michael.
In off the tag. You're absolutely right, Byron. This is without a doubt one of the most stacked pay-per-view cards we've had in recent memory. I'd say it's reminiscent of No Mercy in 2007, which featured big-time matches one night after the other.
Good call, Cole. That was an absolutely huge night, complete with a new WWE champion being crowned an amazing 3 different times.
How impressive was that? Just sending your foe crashing to the canvas. Asuka gets tagged in.
I gotta say, I don't remember the last time I heard a more passionate crowd than the one we have here tonight. They are clearly fired up to have this pay-per-view in their arena.
She delivers the flapjack. In addition to this crowd being incredibly passionate here tonight, so are our fans watching at home. In fact, it's because of them I've learned that this match is currently the #1 trend worldwide on social media.
That's pretty amazing, Cole. Just goes to show that WWE truly is a global phenomenon.
Hard landing there.
Nothing to worry about, just a little misstep on her part.
Asuka turns it around.
Having this pay-per-view here has to be a thrill for these fans. I can tell you that when Backlash came to Washington, D.C. in 2000, which wasn't all that far from me at the time, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing somebody talking about WWE coming to town.
I think she's trying to prove a point here. Now, she's got all the right moves.
She shows signs of life.
She's showing a lot more than that.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
And that Backlash 2000 card that Byron brought up earlier might have been the most chaotic main event we've ever seen between The Rock and Triple H.
And in the end, it was The Rock defeating the game for the WWE Championship, despite Mr. McMahon stacking the deck against The Rock in a major way.
And it's Mickie James making a move.
Oh, spiking DDT. Looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher.
She goes for the cover.
Asuka has been eliminated.
Naomi connecting there. With a good shot.
Uh-oh. A simply gorgeous Hurricane Rana. Anytime a superstar sees an opening for their finisher, they got to take it, as Byron was saying. Elongating the match not only gives your opponent an opportunity to get back in it, but you're also running the risk of injury anytime you're in the ring longer than you have to be.
Yeah, but sometimes you just enjoy beating somebody up, especially if you're in the ring with somebody like Saxton.
Naomi just too fast for her.
And she lands the slam.
She's on the defensive now. You have to wonder how much more she has left in the tank.
Some good technique right there. This really has been an amazing pay-per-view up to this point, which really shouldn't surprise anybody, especially given how stacked the card is.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Wow, I'm a little surprised to see this side of Tamina.
The excitement level is incredible. And it's Mickie James making a move.
She is on fire.
Tagged in.
Guys, we've come a long way since the first ever WWE pay-per-view, which was actually the Wrestling Classic in November of 1985. I know a lot of people usually point to WrestleMania 1 as the first WWE pay-per-view, but that was actually broadcast over closed-circuit TV, not pay-per-view.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
She dodges that one. Byron digging into his encyclopedic mind earlier to pull out that amazing fact of the first WWE pay-per-view. As he said, it was the Wrestling Classic, and it featured a 16-man tournament, which was ultimately won by the Junkyard Dog.
I'll give credit where credit's due. That's some impressive knowledge dropping by Saxton right there, especially considering he was like 4 years old when the Classic was held.
It's a tough spot to find yourself in, that's for sure.
But if anybody could break free from this, it's this superstar right here.
No surprise that the sold-out signs went up early on this one, guys. Anytime a WWE pay-per-view rolls into town, you can bet it will be the hottest ticket around. Naomi feels awfully good about herself, and the crowd does too.
She somehow breaks free.
But you have to wonder how much damage was done.
Corey mentioned earlier that the sold-out signs went up fairly quickly for this one. Or as WWE Hall of Famer Gorilla Monsoon might have said, the SRO signs went out early for this one.
Oh, man, I don't know if there was an announced pairing more entertaining than Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan. True legends.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
Now it's Tamina. The super kick! She's got it now. The cover. Seems to me, guys, like we're just moments away from seeing the finisher, which could obviously put this match on ice.
You're not going to get her that easy.
Gonna take more than that.
Her partner's looking to get in this match now.
First time for everything, I guess.
Look out! The splash leaves her immobilized.
What a gutsy performance from Tamina. Flattened like a...
She goes for the cover. One! Takes her off her feet with a tackle. A kick out after one.
She's still in this one.
The finisher could absolutely end this match, Michael, as you were saying, but it's not a guarantee.
Naomi is sizing up the situation.
You still feel the glow when the lights are out? Here's her chance to end this thing.
How is Ruby Riott going to remain alive?
Connects with a knee drop.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Tamina's feeling good about herself. We'll see if it lasts.
Mickey James with a Mick kick.
That's it. That's what she needed. Boy, that one hit the target.
We may very well be seeing the finisher here.
She goes for the cover. One, two. I thought that was it.
Wow, I thought for sure that was it.
She wants to finish this. And it's Mickey James making a move.
Oh, spiking DDT.
Now it's time to capitalize.
Can that beat Sonya Deville?
I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon. And given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
You're right, Michael. It seems like that finisher has become more and more impactful with each passing week. If that's even possible.
Mandy Rose just too quick. There's been a lot of great moments on pay-per-view over the years. And for me, one of my favorites was watching Kurt Angle's debut match at the 1999 Survivor Series. All my buddies and I gathered around the TV cheering on our hometown boy, Kurt Angle.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her.
Mandy Rose hits it. And a pin attempt. Back to Kurt Angle's WWE debut. We should note that he defeated Shawn Stasiak that night using his patented aim. Mandy Rose is getting ready. Mandy Rose hits it. Wow, she goes for the cover.
Mickey James
Bringing it back between the ropes. Nia Jax seems to have lost a step now, though we've seen her come back from worse in the past.
She has to be careful not to let...
Oh, no, look at this.
She should be ashamed of herself.
And Nia Jax powers out.
Not yet.
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary.
And that's the tag to Naomi.
Naomi just too fast for her.
Naomi crashing down with authority.
Nice move by Naomi there, guys.
Oh, man, Nia Jax doesn't even know where she is.
She goes for the cover. One, two. No, kicks out in time.
Still in this one.
I guess she feels there's something to be said for going back to something that worked before. Toss to the outside.
The spotlight's definitely on these superstars here tonight. Anytime you have the opportunity to compete on a pay-per-view, you can bet the whole WWE Universe will be watching.
I really like the results from the first time she delivered that move.
She comes up with a slam.
second time's a charm.
And a savage clothesline. I don't know how much more Nia Jax can endure.
She might just have nothing left to give at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately for her, it looks like her night is not going to end the way she hoped. Look at her go.
Ooh, with the point of the elbow. Here we are, guys, more than 3 decades after the WWE helped revolutionize pay-per-view television, and we're still going strong. Only now, unlike back then, the best way to catch a WWE pay-per-view is on the WWE Network.
That back's got to be aching now. In comes Tamina.
That's a great example of teamwork right there.
Oh, no.
The super kick!
That might have done it, Cole.
And she delivers a crushing leg drop. Eludes that one.
Her entire sternum is the target of this attack.
Seems to me, guys, like we're just moments away from... Naomi's going for it!
I think she's trying to prove...
You still feel the glow when the lights are out?
It'll be tough for Tamina to come back from this.
Now that got those shoulders on the mat. And the count's broken, keeping the match alive. Would you look at this? Simply amazing.
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
Nothing she can't fire back from, though. Well, that was some reversal by Tamina. Well, that was some reversal by Tamina.
Showing some quickness there. Naomi has her right where she wants her. Naomi!
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
She goes for the cover. 1, double axe handle.
Tamina has been eliminated.
And she's trying to flip the script here.
Easier said than done, Michael.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Not so fast. Pure artistry by her on that Hurricane Rana.
Look at this. Nia Jax is letting everyone know exactly how she feels.
Oh, and she gets floored by that one.
Yeah, there's no staying on your feet after something like that.
Now look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Gosh, the same move over and over. This is relentless.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow. Guys, there's something special about competing on a WWE pay-per-view event. Sure, having a match on Raw or SmackDown is absolutely amazing, but there's nothing quite like the bright lights of a WWE pay-per-view.
Back of her head. Took most of the punishment from that.
Look at this.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
Watching this match, I can't help but think how much pay-per-views have grown over the years. I mean, remember the ones back in the 1980s, which were great, don't get me wrong, but now they've really grown into such a major spectacle.
She's getting closer. There it is. She's made the tag.
And her partner is on absolute fire right now.
She's countering nicely now.
Yeah, a second ago, she was almost done.
Now it's Ruby right. Right kick.
That almost came out of nowhere.
Cover here. And Mandy Rose gets out of the pinfall. Nah, not yet. Too early.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
Oh man, she's rolling now.
Oh, this is not good at all.
We may very well be seeing the finisher here very shortly, guys, and when that happens, you can bet this one's gonna be over.
She counters before it's too late.
Andy Rose just too quick.
Looking to steal one. A kick out. This one's not over yet.
She's still in this one.
Oh, ouch. No, she escapes it.
Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked in fully, Michael.
Kick. Oh. Oh, vicious move right there. And I think we're seeing the end for Ruby Riott.
I'm not so sure she even knows where she is at this point.
Man, at this point, even the slightest mistake could cost one of these women the match.
Here she goes, back in the ring now.
Man, that hurts. I guess she feels there's something to be said for going back to something that worked before. I don't know how much more damage. She reverses out of it.
And not a second too soon. Close call there.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now. Look at this. Nia Jax is letting everyone know exactly how she feels.
Get the reversal.
When she gets in attack mode, look out. This one's getting ugly. You might want to turn away if you have a weak heart.
Well, if that's any indication, she's not taking any prisoners in this one.
She's back in full control now.
Second time? Sure, why not?
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody gets seriously injured.
She's in full control now. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Well, I don't know if Nia Jax knows where she is right now.
She's in control. Big time power slam. Mandy Rose's toughness getting tested here.
This match is clearly taking it all out of her.
This is all but over.
Well, she's definitely not looking good right now, but the truth is, outside of the referee, nobody involved in this match is looking good.
I think she's trying to prove a point here. Not the first time we've seen this move tonight. Nia Jax is in trouble.
Rose has
Come on, not like this.
eliminated.
This is not how I wanted to see this end.
And here's another look at some incredible action from a match that we're not likely to stop talking about for a long, long
Here
time.
are your winners, Mickey James, Nia Jax, Tamina, and Ruby Riott.
Big win here to start the show.
Come on, Rev. Let her get back in there. Let's get it.
Here comes Shin!
Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, the United States champion, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Corey, this man has taken WWE by storm. You're absolutely right. And since WrestleMania, since this quote change in attitude from Shinsuke, some people have called it some sort of psychological downward spiral. I think it's been an emotional ascent, leading Nakamura straight to the top.
Well, that ascent has made Nakamura one of the most dangerous superstars in all of WWE, simply because you never know what he's going to do next.
Confusing, charismatic, and dangerous as the day is long.
Here comes the Kingslayer! Burn it down! I think the look of confidence on the face of Seth Rollins says it all. He is ready.
Rollins, one of the greatest of this generation.
And his opponent, from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins has made a career out of taking risks and seizing opportunities.
Seth Rollins has been a multi-time champion, a Money in the Bank ladder match winner, debuted as part of the Shield with Reigns and Ambrose. Rollins thrives and is driven by people doubting him, by people saying that he can't do something. Rollins will do it just to silence them and smile in their face. Hard to be a betting man on this one. These two competitors can be unpredictable.
Well, that's what makes this match so intriguing.
If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again.
Hey, if Seth Rollins decides to burn it down tonight, hey, Corey, can I borrow your water bottle?
I'll tell you what, Byron, if you really want to stay safe, how about you leave the commentary table for the rest of the night? I'll cover for you. I got this.
That's a little extreme.
Let's call it like it is, guys. It doesn't get much bigger than this. A featured match on a major WWE pay-per-view. This is huge for these superstars.
What's huge slam right there. Corey noted earlier just how big this is for these superstars. This is why they choose to get into this business. This is why they spend those countless hours training a match on the big stage.
And you can bet all the WWE hopefuls training in the Performance Center are watching this pay-per-view tonight, hoping it'll be them competing on a WWE pay-per-view in the very near future.
And look, it hung up on the set. Get in there, ref.
Night's not even over yet, guys, and I'm already seeing fans on social media saying that this is the WWE pay-per-view of the year. And you know what? I think I agree.
That one fails to connect.
Great idea by him. Too bad it was awfully executed, though.
Double axe handle. And we're back to this form of attack. Byron, while Corey's on his phone checking his social media feed, how about you and I finish calling the action here? This has been a heck of a match so far. Wouldn't you agree?
It really has, Michael, and like those on social media are apparently saying, this might just be the most exciting WWE pay-per-view of the calendar year.
If Rollins can keep his emotions in check, he can figure out a way to take this.
Guys, we've come a long way since the...
And here we go. Seth Rollins sees his opening.
Call a super kick! This just might be enough for him to take the victory here.
But does Rollins have the wherewithal?
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole. Yeah, let's hope he can keep this kind of effort going.
Seth Rollins feeling the effects right now. Byron, what's Shinsuke Nakamura putting together here? Unbelievable move by Shinsuke Nakamura.
But he's got to capitalize now.
Drop kick.
Beautiful.
Wisely bringing the action back into the ring.
Oh, what incredible power!
Wow, what a vertical suplex.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Incoming.
You can't teach the type of tenacity we're witnessing here. Unreal.
I don't know where he's finding the strength to stay in this one.
Elbow drop. Big time takedown right there.
This might just be it for him, Michael.
Quick thinking by Shinsuke Nakamura.
It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over. Seth Rollins got on a dangerous path there.
Great move by the Architect.
And a powerful kick.
As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go for it and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been waiting for.
This man is the epitome of cold and calculated.
If you're this superstar, you got to be happy about where you're listed in the recent power.
Shoulders on the back. 1, 2.
And he's able to get the shoulder up.
It'll take more than that.
One, two, three.
Unbelievable. This singles match is over.
That was an awesome win for this young man. One of the biggest in his career by far.
What a battle. Respect to both competitors. And this I love. This I absolutely love. Maybe you should have taken a page out of that kid's book in your career, Corey. Great sportsmanship. All right, hit him in the mouth.
Here comes the Queen.
Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at one of the reasons that the women's revolution has become the women's evolution.
Charlotte has spearheaded a movement to take this women's division to a level of competition it has never seen before.
About time I heard you pay the Queen her proper respects, Saxton.
multi-time champion, history maker, record setter, legend in the making. The baddest woman on the planet.
It absolutely amazes me how quickly Ronda Rousey and seamlessly made her transition from the world of mixed martial arts to WWE. She improves each and every time she steps in the ring.
A real natural.
And her opponent, from Venice Beach, California, the Raw Women's Champion, the baddest woman on the planet, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Listen to this place. They're going nuts.
Definitely an electric feeling to this venue tonight.
And with the women's division as white hot as it is right now, you just know this match is going to be one for the ages. There's been a lot of great moments on pay-per-view over the years. And for me, one of my favorites was watching Kurt Angle's debut match at the 1999 Survivor Series. All my buddies and I gathered around the TV cheering on our hometown boy, Kurt Angle.
Blast! Charlotte is in a bad way here.
I'm not sure if the Queen can rebound. This is not how she drew this one up.
If you're worried about her now, you haven't seen many of her matches. She can withstand so much more punishment than this.
Back to Kurt Angle's, and she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it, but that was impressive. Having this pay-per-view here has to be a thrill for these fans. I can tell you that when Backlash came to Washington, D.C. in 2000, which wasn't all that far from me at the time, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing somebody talking about WWE coming to town.
And she escapes the submission.
Not a lot of people could break out of that one, Michael.
And that Backlash 2000 card that Byron brought up earlier might have been the most chaotic. Oh, and she gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
No surprise that the sold-out signs went up early on this one, guys. Anytime a WWE pay-per-view rolls into town, you can bet it will be the hottest ticket around.
Scoop slam! Oh, this is dangerous right here. Corey mentioned earlier that the sold-out signs went up fairly quick. Ronda Rousey's done playing. Ronda Rousey, this is all but over. She goes for the cover.
Yes! Unreal performance.
No doubt that was a match people will be telling their kids about for years to come. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, the baddest woman on the planet, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Kicking off the night with an impressive victory.
And you just know the rest of the card is watching in the back, wondering how in the world they're going to follow that.
Believe it or not, that's just the beginning, folks. Stay tuned for more great...
Making his way to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, the WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan is here.
And the yes movement is in full effect.
Self-made superstar.
Daniel Bryan so proud of the fact that he didn't have the hype machine. He didn't have all the praise and promotion. He became a star because he earned his way and he earned the respect of the WWE Universe.
The longest reigning Universal Champion in history.
And his opponent, accompanied by Paul Heyman from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, the WWE Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar.
The Beast, the Conqueror, the Mayor of Suplex City, Brock Lesnar has earned every nickname bestowed upon him.
The most decorated combat athlete in the world, gracing WWE with his presence. Someone's gonna take a trip to Suplex City.
Yeah, that's almost guaranteed. Brock Lesnar is ready for a fight.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
And I can't help but wonder how the champ's game plan differs, if at all, knowing that the title is not on the line here tonight.
Ooh, there's the breaker. And the takedown brings him off his feet. He's starting to stagger a bit, but he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound.
You never want to count a competitor out, but things don't seem to be going in his favor here tonight.
Lesnar.
With an F5! Bang! That has got to be it.
Lesnar did it!
What a performance.
Was there ever any doubt?
No doubt it was a good one. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, Brock Lesnar.
And the first match of the night comes to an end in thrilling fashion. And if that match is any indication of what to expect here tonight, we are in for an amazing evening.
What a way to kick off the night.
It's the
Big-time singles matches on deck here. And Byron, what should we expect to see here tonight?
Well, given the shape these superstars appear to be in here tonight, I fully expect to see one of the most competitive matches we've seen in a very long time.
Introducing the challenger from Houston, Texas.
Boy, that hit the mark.
And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup. Second time's a charm.
He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve.
He hits him with the knee. Setting him up.
Russian leg sweep.
Back in from the floor. He wants no part of the outside.
Ooh, nice ups. Clothesline.
Right to the back of the neck.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. When this guy... Look out!
Coming up huge on that one.
The champ with reason to be concerned. I'd say he's starting to feel the pressure a bit.
He's really starting to look fatigued here, guys, and when that happens, your whole body starts to give out on you. He's going to need to be careful here.
But if you're counting him out now, you haven't been paying attention. He has more resolve than just about anybody on the roster.
Jawbreaker!
Call the dentist.
Here he goes.
Oh, I think this man means business.
Incredible.
Brock Lesnar is in a real bad spot here.
He's looking at it.
Oh, she blows the RKO.
He goes for the cover.
The champ looking absolutely defeated right now. You have to wonder how much more punishment the champ can take. He's making a statement here with this attack.
Here it comes. Legendary. Hell's Gate.
This is bad. This is real bad.
The Goga-Plana's locked in.
We might be looking at a new champ here. Brock Lesnar's just getting overwhelmed.
Nicely done as he gets out of the submission.
Color me surprised, Michael.
The RKO. See you next time.
This one's over, guys.
He's got him covered. And he escapes the submission.
And good thing. That could have been disastrous.
Brock Lesnar with a nice reversal. Shockwave sent down the spine.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
boot connects. Oh no, he's starting to get heated.
Guys, there's a very good chance this escalates.
Getting some air on that toss. Challenger starting to falter. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
Yeah, he's taking on some offense here, but that's to be expected, especially considering...
Hell's Gate! This is bad. This is real bad.
The Gogoplana's locked in.
This one is over.
The pressure's too much. They tap.
Let's take a little look at some of the action from that match. Wow.
I could watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch. From the opening bell, this match was one for the ages. I'm almost speechless. Almost.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Universal Champion, the one, Mike D.
You're looking at the winner of this one-on-one match.
That was simply a case of one guy determined to prove his dominance over another.
You give this Houston crowd credit for being on their feet almost the entire match.